y'all, this is Anthony from Rocket Prince, and thanks for watching this video. In this tutorial, we are going to work with a Yupong snapback hat. We're going to embroider with some white font using a poly neon weight 40, and we are going to use a 75 needle, and we're going to see how this one comes out. Okay, so and that was 11 by 75 needle, and we're going to see how this comes out. The stitch that I'm going to do today is, I wanted to use this unique phrase that I just learned. It is a Hawaiian phrase, and it is for somebody who cares for their pets. Okay, so back home where I'm from, you're really a pet owner, and I really don't think there's really a saying for us, you know, hey, do you own pets? Yeah, I do, you know. But in Hawaii, they have a special name for somebody who takes care of their pets. And I thought it would be pretty unique to go ahead and apply this to the hat. Give somebody an understanding that why you're wearing that phrase on your hat. Okay, so the word is called kahu. And kahu is a word that has different meanings in Hawaiian language, right? So kahu means caretaker, guardian, or spiritual leader. Okay, just by those three powerful words, I thought it was very inspiring to go ahead and place that on the hat, because it resonates a lot with me, because I've had two pets that passed away just recently, and I have two more pets now, and they're both dogs. We're all dog lovers in my family, and we love them to death. You know, they're so fun to be around with. They love you regardless of what mood you're in. They're just fun to be around. Okay, and for my appreciation to show back to my pets is, we give them a good home, and we love them, and we treat them like their family in our house. All right, so this word does resonate with me, and I thought it would be a great video to go ahead and add that word to this Yupong hat and see how this comes out. So we're going to use Chroma Lux. We're going to go ahead and go to Chroma, and then I'm going to go to my text tool here. I'm going to click that, and we are going to type in kahu, right? K-A-H-U. Let me make sure I'm spelling that right. K-A-H-U, right? And then we're going to hit apply. Okay, and we are going to do a 4.52, all right, in the width, 4.52. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up, and we'll just drag that till I get it right. So I want to get it as big as possible as I can do it on a cap. I know there's probably a different way to do this easier, but I'm just showing you this way. So I just need to drop down one notch. Okay, 4.52, and the height is going to be 1.23. Alright, so now if I go to my realistic tool, this is the way it's going to look. So we want to tighten up these stitches here, because when you do an embroidery on a hat, you don't want the underlay, and you don't want it to be spacey like this. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the right, and we are going to go to our fill tool. And under our fill tool, you're going to see the density. We want to put that at a 0.10. Okay, and we're going to hit apply. All right, now it's tightened up the stitches. That's where we want it. And we're going to use a satin stitch on this embroidery. And the last thing what we want to do is we want to go to our underlay, and we're going to remove our underlay. So you don't want a lot of things going on when you're making a hat, okay? Especially when you're doing like puff, you don't want the underlay. And here we're going to take it out. Okay, it's the same concept. So we want not a lot of noise going on when it's coming to embroidery. You just want on a cap, you want it as clean as possible. So we're going to hit apply. Let's go back to our realistic tool, and let's see how it looks. Beautiful. So that's the way it's going to look. Okay, we want to make sure that everything is nice and snug, and it's ready to go. So very quick, very easy to do the fonts, and I got the size because I had been testing it before I made this video. And that's what we're going to do and how we're going to work it. So now I'm just going to transfer this to my Ricoma machine, and we're going to go ahead and get stitching. So with that, if you do like this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I greatly appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Let's go ahead and start stitching. See you in the back. All right, we're going to go ahead and snap this back in. Okay. Just check and make sure everything's there. And we're going to go ahead and use this white backing for the black cap. I should use a black backing, but since we're doing white font, I'm just going to use this one, okay? So now let's go ahead and get our snapback hat. And remember to remove this, okay? The stabilizer, I guess you want to call it, whatever it is, just to help support the roundness of the cap. One time I embroidered on it. I mean, the hat was still good, but you don't want to do that, all right? So let's go ahead and unsnap the snaps in the back. Okay, let's pop the lip out, and then we're going to insert the lip here. All right, try to get it in there as much as possible, and then we're going to make sure that the back okay, and then just try to get it as centered as possible. There we go. Tuck that out in here. Very difficult hat setting it up because it is actually a snapback hat, not a dad hat. So very different, but it's still not drastically that much of a difference. Just a little bit more care. So I just want to get it as straight as possible. That looks good. All right, let's go and take it to the embroidery machine now. All right, so now I just put it inside here. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Okay. And I'm going to use these backing clips, all right, so they can go on the back, so you can see. Just to help support it, okay? So I don't want really anything to go wrong with this hat. You know, after a while, you keep messing up on these things, it gets expensive, okay? All right. Now that we got that set up, let's go back here. And let's center this. So we're going to take this back to 1. Okay. And we are going to go back to, but this time what I'm going to do is I want to get it as low as possible. So let's see how it's going to look, but let's go back to our tracer. Let's see how far it's going to go. Okay. And let's hit a trace. Okay, I don't like where it's at. It is in the center, but what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to change this to the G hoop. Okay, so that way I can get it a little bit lower because on the machine, it will not allow me to do it. Okay, so on the machine, it won't allow me to do this. See, you can see the box right there. It is in green. That's as far as I can take it. Okay, I can't go any closer to that rim where I was pointing at earlier. That's all it's gonna let me do. But if I go to the G hoop, it'll let me manipulate the area. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take off the hat because it's a different changeover, and we're just gonna release that. Let's go back to the cap size. We're gonna take it to the G hoop, which is gonna allow me to play with this cap setting a little bit more. Okay, so now that it's there, see the square, it's gotten a lot bigger now. So now before I was probably only able, that was it. Now I have all this play here. So what I'm gonna do is maybe take it up a little, maybe a couple more millimeters up there, and then we'll go from there. So first what I wanna do is I wanna get it to where I had a previous setting for my hats. And it's about right there. That's my own setting, and how I'm determining the setting is down here. I'll show you. Right there. So here, I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a Sharpie marker where I made my center point, and I'm gonna bring, and I'm determining it from this plate right here. So as I line it up, that is my center point, okay? So let's see. So it's about right there, okay? And that's how I got my hat setting, and where I can start off trying to understand how close do I want to get it to the rim. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get the hat in now. Now the position of the hat changed too, so you're gonna have to manually take it to the center. Okay, so want to follow that needle. Looks like it's right there. You go a little bit to the left, right there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is bring it up a little bit closer, and let's go ahead and do the trace. See where that's at. How far is it going to go? So it's pretty high still. Remember, I'm trying to get this bad boy to start right there if I can. Okay, so let's go back up here to my settings, and then I'm just going to click here, and what that's doing is bringing it down, bringing it closer there. Okay, so now let's go back, let's do this again. Let's hit trace. Okay, now let's see where it's going to trace it, where it's actually going to do the stitching. It's a lot lower, but I want to get it to go a little bit lower than that. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's try that. Now I'm kind of playing borderline here, so let's see if this is gonna work. I think we got ourselves a winner here. I don't want it to hit this metal piece here though and break my needle. So let me just double check that. I might have to go a little bit higher. I just might go a little bit higher just to be on the safe side. Okay. About right there. All right, let's trace it one more time. Now this is a thicker hat, so I hope I don't have a needle. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy. First thread break. Not a big deal. All right, let's try that again. Warm it up a little bit just to help it, because these hats been sitting in my garage for a while, so it is really cold out here in Illinois, so just help it a little bit. It's actually coming out pretty nice. see what happened here. I think I got a needle break. Yeah, I did. All right. All right, so I was able to get the needle taken out of the hat. So now what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to replace the whole needle. Now, these kind of things happen when you're doing hats. So the only thing is you just can't get discouraged. You gotta do the best you can. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just loosening this head right here so I can release the needle. And now that it's gone, let's go ahead and replace it. Okay, so just changing needles. You always want to remember there's a groove here. You want to keep your fingernail, be able to snap into that groove, okay? So, all right, and the groove is always going to be facing you. Okay. All right. Got it as straight as possible. Let's go ahead and tighten this bad boy up. Okay, let's get the thread back in position. Just gonna cut a tip of this. There we go. And we are gonna rethread this down. Right in the hole. Okay. Take this back to the back. And we're going to put this in the little hoop here. Okay. And we are good. Okay. Just easy does it on the snap. Okay, so it took a minute, but I finally got it going. All right, let's go ahead and unsnap these. And look, it came out pretty nice here. So let's take this to the table. All right, so all we're gonna do now is just release it from the back. Okay, let's take it off the hoop ring here. Move that. And it came out super nice. All we're gonna do now is we're just going to touch this up a little bit. Just take all these loose ends here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna raise this up so I can go ahead and see what I'm doing here. Kind of hard with the camera, but I just want to show you what I'm actually touching up here. Okay. You don't have to do this, you can burn them off, but you're risking some front damage, which you don't want. Okay. All right. And look at that. That came out really, really sharp. The embroidery was nice and tight with the density. This is a tearaway, so I'm just going to peel this off. In the back. And thank you everybody for watching my video. If you did like this video, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. This is going to be for sale on my TikTok shop, so just check out my TikTok shop at Rockin' Prince. And appreciate everybody watching. Now all we're going to do is we're going to add the backing in the back here. Tear the rest of that off. Okay. Go ahead and add this backing. Okay. Bring it back in. There you go. Clean it up a little bit. This is what it is. It is the authentic Yupong snapback, and you can see right here since 1974. That's how long they've been around. Hope y'all liked this video, and if you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I greatly appreciate it. See you all back next week, and I have these for sale on my TikTok shop, so be on the lookout for that at Rockin' Prince. Peace.